I was born and raised in Cleveland, Ohio, and no, I don't care about LeBron James. I was a single mother of two. I've always been a planner. I've set my goals because I had children. I worked all the way up to having birth. You name it, I worked in hospitals, nursing home, mental institutions. But I have an associate's degree in business management. I remember my little girl, she would eat her lunch there at the campus while I was in class. A job moved me here to Oklahoma, but I really felt that the Lord wanted me to stay here, and now I see why. My pain started to increase in my body. I kept on pushing and pushing and pushing. And eventually I started limping. It was my hips. I'm hurting so bad and I'm limping so bad. I went to the doctor and he told me what it was and I'm like, okay, well, I don't know how I'm gonna have that done and still work and still have a roof over my head and all this. That's why I did not pay any attention to my health. I still was trying to work. I became a sitter in the hospital, and that was easy for me because I didn't have to walk, I didn't have to move around, and that's what took me so long to have the surgery. I could sit all day, and some people say, oh girl, how could you do that? You do that if it paid the bills, and it paid pretty good. It just got worse and worse until I had to have some surgery or I was just gonna be a cripple for the rest of my life, and I could not see me being that. I went to the doctor and he took care of it, and I felt like I really needed somebody to be around me. I used to work with this lady, so I asked her, well, why don't we be roommates?
Deborah, she became homeless because she had a roommate who abandoned her. She could not afford the rent in her place anymore, so she was evicted.
I come in one morning and all her stuff gone. My turnaround turned into homelessness. I've never been in this place in my life ever. I've always been strong. I told you, strong-willed, determined, focused, goal-oriented. Have you ever heard of a working homeless person? How can both of those even be in the same sentence? Sleeping in my car made my legs like this all night or all day, and my ankles started to swell. But I consider myself a upper class homeless person because I had a car. It still didn't feel right because it wasn't right. I found Sanctuary Women's Development Center. It was life-saving for me. Something so basic to just put my feet up, just to have a haven. So I started to feel better. Even though I was hurting, at least I could stretch my legs out and, attack my situation.
She came in very positive.
I was thankful. I was like, God, you blessing me. You're giving me what I need. They looked at me and acted like I was a normal person walking in the door. They would help me, hand and foot. No matter how much pain I was in, I could still see the silver lining.
Some people are driven like that. So to start from bottom and have to build yourself up is really hard.
They had their foot on the pulse of the resources out here. They had GED classes, job postings. It's up to you to take this hand up. We didn't have a stigma on us. There was no big I's and little U's. We all had an equal opportunity to better our situation, and that's what I liked about it. So I can look at you today and say, I found my self-worth and I'm achieving it. I have hope, I have light, I have better, clearer direction, and I'm excited for the things that are going to be happening in my future.